There is a scam out there and you need to be aware of it. So this is a scam that I think I've uncovered. I'm not 100% sure. So this might be on the risk of conspiracy theory. But if you are an audiobook narrator, or specifically if you're an author or a publisher who is going through ACX to publish your audiobook, you need to be aware of something. I think I've uncovered a scam that is affecting everyone. My name is Vinnie Angelo. I'm an audiobook narrator. I'm very active on ACX. I have been for coming up on 2 years now. And recently something has been strange for me. I regularly am posting my demos, and I've realized that when you look at the talent page with other people posting demos, there's some very strange things happening. I like to go and I like to cruise through the demos and hear what other people are doing. There's so many great narrators out there. And what I've noticed is there's a number of narrators who their per finished hour, PFH is what it says, is $50 to $100, which is the lowest level that you can promote yourself. And honestly, even when you're first starting off, even when I first started off, I never put a $50 to $100 PFH. A lot of people do, and that's fine. I'm not putting a judgment on there. The problem is when you click on many of these accounts in their demos, this is fantastic sounding. This sounds like the audio quality itself is amazing. The read is amazing. I listened to one and I'm like, is this Scott Brick? It literally sounds like who's one of the greatest narrators in the world. And you click on their account, there's a very short bio, usually has similar type of wording about how they'll deliver a very fast product with, attention to detail. It has a generic looking headshot. I think these are AI scams. Here's what I think the scam is. I think there are people who are creating fake accounts with fake names, and they pose as audiobook narrators. They then advertise for very low per finished hour rates. And think about it. If you're an author and you're trying to save money, man, this is a risk in investing in a narrator. If you can have a 3-hour book that's only going to cost you $150 versus a 3-hour book that might cost you $800, who are you going to go with? Especially when these samples sound fantastic. So what I think is happening is these people are low charging. They get the job, whether they audition for jobs and or just, I know a lot of authors go through and just listen to samples and give offers. That way I've got most of my offers come that way. What happens is I think the scammer gets the job, gets the manuscript, runs it through 11 Labs or one of the other popular AI cloning sites. You then, as the rights holder, get an AI narration of your book. You paid a little bit of money, not a lot. You got a great deal and it sounds decent. Here's the problem, and this is a big problem. First off, AI voices are not allowed on ACX. This violates the terms of ACX. I even looked this up. The reason why I learned about this is last year I had a book to do that was almost like a manual, and I was going to offer it to the rights holders to say, hey, why don't we put this through 11 Labs? I'll clone my voice, and why don't we do this? I'll charge you less money, and for this manual that was it was just information. Would this be a better deal? I looked it up. I actually am not allowed to clone my own voice. So this isn't something where you can't use it as a pseudonym. You cannot even do this for yourself. So first thing, you're not allowed to do this on ACX. Second, an AI might sound decent for a short sample, but on a book, you're going to be able to eventually tell that this sounds like AI. And you, as an author, you want a human reading your book. You want that human connection. You don't want a robot. So yeah, it does save you money. But we already have enough technology in the world, man. Let's get some more human touch in there. Number 3, if and when ACX discovers that this is an AI account, they're going to pull your book. They're going to disqualify, and then they're going to say, sorry, you actually need to do this again if you want to have an audiobook. And so you're going to have to then pay again, and you're going to be out the money that you paid initially for this. Number 4, this is actually putting audiobook narrators out of business. People like myself who have spent tens of thousands of dollars in gear and training, and we dedicate to this, it's putting us out of business. And so those are 4 reasons why I would say be very cautious and discerning as an author on what you do when you're on ACX to avoid this scam, because it's just not good for anyone. And shame on those people who are trying to make a buck and put other people out of business. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, though. Like I said, this isn't, I've emailed ACX about this. I emailed them a week ago, haven't heard any response, and I gave a number of the profiles that I think are fake. But if you go there right now to the ACX website and you look on the talent page, if you see a per finished hour rate of $50 to $100 and the sound is amazing and it's a generic bio, my guess, it's an AI bot, and they're scamming. Anyway, hope this is helpful. And if you're an author, continue writing stuff. Congratulations on your book. If you're a fellow narrator, we will survive. See you guys later.